Hell yes, Leeds faithful, get ready for the bombshell that's about to shake Elland Road to its core. Listen up, you beautiful Whites warriors, because what I'm about to tell you will have you jumping off your seats faster than a Pablo Hernandez screamer. We've got 3 absolutely mental pieces of news that are going to change everything we thought we knew about this summer transfer window. I'm talking about a goalkeeper revolution that nobody saw coming, a midfield masterstroke that will have you questioning reality, and a striker saga that's got more twists than a Yorkshire country road. First up, we've got an England international shot stopper who's practically begging to pull on the white shirt. Yes, you heard that right, begging. Then there's a Champions League winner with Arsenal and Liverpool connections who's ready to bring his golden touch to LS11. And finally, a striker situation that's going to have every Leeds fan split right down the middle between pure excitement and absolute fury. The transfer merry-go-round is spinning faster than ever, and guess what? Leeds United are right in the bloody centre of it all. Daniel Farke isn't messing about. He knows exactly what this club needs to not just survive, but thrive in the Premier League, and he's making moves that will have the entire football world talking, so smash that like button. Right now, if you're ready for this roller coaster, hit subscribe because you're not going to want to miss a single update. And drop a comment telling me which of these 3 stories has got your heart racing the most. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be calling every Leeds fan you know, because this is the kind of news that spreads like wildfire through the Whites faithful. Ready for the first bombshell that's going to change everything. Let's dive in. Here it is, Leeds faithful, the goalkeeper revolution that's about to rock Elland Road. Aaron Ramsdale, yes, the same England international who was Arsenal's #1, the same keeper who's been starring for Southampton despite their relegation nightmare, is attracted to joining Leeds United. Can you believe what I'm telling you right now? This isn't some agent nonsense or media speculation, this is the real deal. The 27-year-old shot stopper has apparently told his people that he wants to represent Leeds next season. Southampton, bless them, have already accepted that their prize keeper is leaving after going down, and Leeds are right there at the front of the queue. But here's where it gets interesting, and this might sting a bit for some of you. Elland Road, our French keeper, who we all had such high hopes for, has apparently lost Daniel Farke's trust completely. Remember those final games of the season when Carl Darlow was getting the nod? That wasn't rotation, that was Farke making a statement about where Meslier stands in the pecking order. The numbers don't lie either. Ramsdale might have conceded 66 goals in 30 Premier League games this season, but he was literally the only reason Southampton's relegation wasn't even more embarrassing. 3 clean sheets in a team that was falling apart around him. That's not his fault, that's him keeping them remotely competitive. Parag Marate and our recruitment team know that goalkeeper is going to be one of our biggest priorities this summer. We can't go into the Premier League with question marks between the sticks, not if we want to avoid going straight back down like a yo-yo club. But here's the kicker that's going to have you on the edge of your seat. West Ham are also in for Ramsdale, and Graham Potter's team are apparently leading the race right now. Are we really going to let the Hammers steal a march on us for a keeper who actually wants to come to Elland Road? The audacity. But wait, there's more. The midfield maestro that's about to blow your mind. Just when you thought the Ramsdale news was big enough, Leeds have gone and made an offer for none other than Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Yes, you heard that absolutely right. The 31-year-old Champions League winner with Liverpool, the 3-time FA Cup winner with Arsenal, the man with 35 England caps to his name. The Ox is currently at Besiktas in Turkey, but according to reliable sources, he's ready to pack his bags and return to English football. And guess where he wants to come? That's right, our beloved Elland Road. Leeds have already submitted an opening offer, and Oxlade-Chamberlain is reportedly open to leaving Turkey behind. Think about what this signing would mean for a second. We're talking about a player who's won the Premier League and Champions League with Liverpool, who knows what it takes to perform at the highest level week in, week out. His versatility in midfield would give Farke so many tactical options. He can play deeper, he can get forward, he can press like a madman when needed. At 31, some might say he's past his peak, but look at his stats. 50 appearances for Besiktas, and he's been relatively injury-free this season. That's exactly the kind of reliability we need. Remember, this is a player who's been in survival battles, who's been in Champions League finals, who knows how to handle pressure. The best part? This isn't some desperate attempt by Oxlade-Chamberlain to get one last payday. This is a calculated move by a player who still has something to prove and wants to help Leeds establish themselves back in the Premier League. The leadership he'd bring to our dressing room, the experience he'd share with players like Archie Gray and Jorginho Rutter, it's invaluable. But here's what's got me really excited. If we can pull this off, It sends a message to every other Premier League club that Leeds United mean business. We're not just happy to be back in the big time, we're here to compete and we're bringing in winners to prove it. And now for the final bombshell that's got me absolutely divided. Josh Sargent, Norwich City's American striker who's been linked with a £1685 million move to Elland Road. Leeds have been in talks with his representatives, we've contacted Norwich about a potential deal, and this is where things get really interesting. Leeds faithful. On one hand, you've got a 25-year-old striker who's scored 48 goals in 133 appearances for Norwich in the Championship. That's nearly a goal every 3 games, and in a league that we know is absolutely brutal for strikers. He's a record breaker too, became the youngest American ever to score in the FIFA Under-20 World Cup at just 17 years old. But here's where I'm getting worried, and I know some of you are going to feel the same way. When Norwich were in the Premier League in 2021-22, Sargent managed just 2 goals in 26 games. 2 goals. Against Premier League defenders, he looked completely out of his depth, and that's exactly the level we're about to face again. Joel Pirro just won the Golden Boot with 19 championship goals, so why are we looking at bringing in another striker who struggled at the top level? Shouldn't we be looking for someone who's proven they can score consistently in the Premier League? Someone who won't leave us scrambling for goals when the pressure's on? Don't get me wrong, Sargent's work rate is incredible, his movement is clever, and he's got that never say die attitude that Leeds fans love. But £16 to £85 million for a striker with question marks over his Premier League ability? When we could be spending that money on a proven goalscorer who knows how to find the net when it really matters. This is the kind of signing that could go either way, Leeds faithful. Either Sargent proves all the doubters wrong and becomes the striker we've been crying out for, or we end up with another forward who can't step up when we need him most. And in the Premier League, that difference could mean staying up or going straight back down. Here's the bottom line that every single one of you needs to hear. This summer transfer window is going to define our next 5 years as a football club. Get Ramsdale in goal, bring Oxlade-Chamberlain's winning mentality to midfield, and make the right call on our striker situation, and we could be looking at a Leeds United team that doesn't just survive in the Premier League, but actually thrives. So tell me, Leeds faithful, are you ready to trust Daniel Farke and Parag Marathi to get these deals over the line? Are you excited about the possibility of Ramsdale commanding our penalty area, the Ox pulling the strings in midfield, and Sargent leading our attack? Or are you worried that we're making the same mistakes that have haunted us for years? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, smash that subscribe button because this transfer window is only just getting started, and let me know. Which of these 3 signings has got you most excited for next season? Because one thing's for certain, Leeds faithful, it's going to be one hell of a ride. MOT.